Hello, it's Shep and Max here with our 1978 Ford Bronco. We've already done a good walk-around video, but the weather was bad when we were doing it, so we didn't do a test drive. So I'm going to show you guys, we're going to go for a test drive, listen to the engine run. Since we do have some time, I want to show you how clean and rust-free this is. And one way to do that, other than a visual, is use a paint meter. We usually use this on like really high-end cars. If you know, Ferrari or something that just needs to show that it's never been hit. So your standard car is going to read not 12.1 out of the factory. It's going to be about 4.5 to 6. 7/8 are repaint. So this is a beautiful $35,000 Mustang, and it's got some plastic and some Bondo in it, which is fine. Most cars do. If you're going to spend the time to do a restoration, you really want to make sure it's smooth and straight. You know, back there there's probably some rust all the way up to 37.6. Gorgeous car, has some plastic in it, most of them do. This thing, Western rig, a lot of it is just really original paint. And you can tell that because, once again, coming out of the factory, should be 4s, 5s, 2.9. Here's a good spot for rust. 2.1, 2.9. I'm going to slow down here and just take a look at these door jambs. Go and just jump in there, Max. So you're going to see some scuffing. 5.0, so that hasn't been buffed on. Why that paint's a little thicker and it's protected, so the elements aren't taking it down. But no rust. Really nice door jambs. And just going all the way around into problem spots. 1.4, that's really thin paint, but it's really original. Up here, this was getting kind of hammered, so we did repaint that. 4.0, so it's off the 2s because this has been repainted. But really low numbers, once again, not hitting into any Bondo. So, make sure we don't get too bored here. Let's keep going around. 2.4. Just take a look at those door jambs. I just washed it, so if you see in the video, little wet spots, that's me. Didn't take the time to properly dry it.
That's such a I mean, these areas rust out so easily on a 4x4. You'll see such nasty, first off, the gravel will kick up, and then if it's been driven in a salty area where they salt the roads, those go really quick, especially behind the wheel wells.
Yeah, great point. Super consistent readings all the way around, below factory level paint, which just means it's been on here for a really long time. Opening up the hood, on our other video and some of our photos, we had a problem with the hinge. You can see that it's shut now correctly. There's your interior release. And then you kind of got to press down right underneath and then just lift up. And we're going to leave it up for a quick engine start. Sits there, idles out by itself, perfectly fine. While we're here, I think we mentioned in our other video, but all new carburetor. What else have we done to this recently?
New power steering.
Yeah, the power steering is both the box and the pump. We did coils on this, coil pack. We could go through the list, but really well sorted. And then there's the shut.
Right.
And nice and flush. Okay, before we get going, this is kind of unusual, but that is actually a choke. which is really nice to have in cold weather startups. And then want to show that you do have your fan control at all 3 speeds. That works out. Your column and your shifter works just fine. Let's see, so the kickdown switch on this is actually a vacuum, and that vacuum switch has been replaced as well, so you have nice smooth transmission controls, or shifting I should say. There was just a really quiet one. Radio does work.
Little stick. Now this has everything. It's got a compass, a signaling mirror, and has flint.
A little NPR going on.
Shep's favorite radio station.
I listen to it all the time. Feeling the burn.
Oh God! Not in this truck.
Not in this truck. Anyhow, so windows work out just fine. The regulators come down, no issues. These new wheels and tires gives it a little bit of a kind of a lift look to it, but this is all stock frame, stock suspension, just with a slightly oversized wheels and tires. Those general grabbers are awesome, and we do have a matching wheel and tire on the back too. I think we showed in the last video. Well, real clean in here, mechanically sorted out, and certainly a great driver. So if we missed anything, you can give us a call. Give us a call with your interest. I'm Shep, 208-721-1973.
And I'm Max. You can call me at 208-720-8854.